Hello, friends of the early morning. Tonight, I bring you a legend. But it's not a typical story, not the kind you've heard 1,000 times. It's a tale that will leave you restless, questioning everything around you. And perhaps even fearing what awaits you when the lights go out. So, come with me. Let's take a quick elevator ride. And then, we'll descend that dark street, the one no one dares walk after midnight. But be careful who you meet along the way. Not everyone who appears is still alive. Story 1: The Girl in the Elevator. They say every building has its secrets. But some secrets insist on showing up, even when you try to ignore them. This story happened in an old commercial building downtown. The kind of place with worn-out carpets, flickering lights, and an eerie silence, even during the day. Eduardo was an intern at an accounting firm on the 9th floor. Since he lived far away, he used to stay late to avoid traffic, usually around 3 in the morning, when the building was almost completely empty. One night, the security guard was dozing off at the front desk, and the elevator was taking longer than usual. When it finally came down, Eduardo stepped in and pressed the button for the ground floor, but the elevator stopped by itself on the 7th. The doors opened with a slow, metallic chime. And there she was. A girl with long, soaking wet black hair, standing with her back turned. She wore an old, faded blue dress. She didn't move. She didn't make a sound. Thinking she might be drunk or lost, Eduardo asked, "Hey, are you okay?" She didn't answer. He reached out his hand, hesitating, but before he could touch her, the elevator doors closed on their own and continued descending. The next day, he mentioned it to the guard. The man turned pale. "You saw her?" "Who?" "The girl. From the 7th floor. The one who died in that elevator over 20 years ago. No one goes up there after midnight, no one." From that night on, Eduardo avoided working late. But on a Friday, he lost track of time. It was 3:12 a.m. He stepped into the elevator, heart racing. He pressed the button for the ground floor. But again, the elevator stopped on the 7th floor. The doors opened. And she was there. Same posture. Same dress. Still. Back turned. He held his breath. His hand trembled. But this time, he couldn't resist. He stepped forward. And said, "I just want to see your face." The girl slowly turned. Her wet hair clung to a face that looked just like his. But not as he was now. It was his face, dead. Pale. Swollen. Eyeless. She whispered, "Now, you've seen it." The lights flickered. The elevator froze. And since then, no one has seen Eduardo again. But sometimes, they say the elevator stops at the 9th floor during the night. And whoever steps in, finds a pale man, standing with his back turned. Waiting to turn around. Escriva un prompta image macata tu linhas. I hope you've made it this far in one piece. With your heart still beating strong. And your lights still on, hopefully. That's it for tonight. But remember, we're never truly alone. Until next time, Midnight Friends.